My people, good evening. Today is 31st day of October 2025. I went to see Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS. Last time when the matter came up, court ordered that the DSS should allow Nnamdi Kanu to have access to whoever that want to see him from Monday till Sunday, every day. That was the order. So DSS complied with that order on 2 occasions. But surprisingly, on Monday, we went there to see him, they refused us access. We went there on Tuesday, they refused us access. They went there on Wednesday, they refused us access. I was there yesterday, they refused us access to see him. Then, after much argument, they said that we should write a letter. As usual, I said, but God said that we should, the people should allow us. The issue of writing a letter every day should not come up. They said we should write a letter. So we wrote a letter. So today they allowed us. So myself and Ejimako. So after seeing him, as I just came out of the DSS, my attention was drawn to this letter written by the same DSS, saying that henceforth we should not be coming to see Nnamdi Kanu, that we are no longer his lawyers. I said, where is this one coming from? What do you mean by that we are no longer his lawyers? And that we are no longer the lawyers representing him in the criminal trial, or that we are no longer his lawyers? Because I know that I have some other things that I'm doing for Nnamdi Kanu. I'm representing him in a matter he has with police at the FCT High Court. I'm representing him in the matter he sued one media house at the FCT High Court for defamation. I'm representing him in a matter he sued for enforcement of fundamental rights against DSS in that Federal High Court. I'm representing him 2 matters we had against the DSS at Federal High Court. I'm also representing him in a prosecution of ipob, the matter pending in the Supreme Court, and some other legal issues that he engaged me to be preparing for him. So I don't understand the meaning of we are no longer his lawyers. Are they in position to say that I'm no longer in Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, or Nnamdi Kanu to tell them that I'm no longer his lawyers? So I'm confused because there are some documents he asked me to provide for him by tomorrow, being Saturday, in preparation of his matter on Tuesday. Now with this letter now, it means that I will not see him again till Tuesday. Just for the world to see the kind of persecution somebody who is representing himself, where Section 36 said that he needed adequate time and facility. You have seen the reason why we said that for him to be in that DSS, he cannot be in that DSS and have a good preparation for this case. Anyway, good thing that he has filed a motion to discontinue this charge, because it's now obvious that there is no charge against him. So that is the update. Thank you, and God bless you. You can see the copy of the letter and make it available for you. Thank you.
All right. Next week, Tuesday, is forthright. That is one of the 3 consecutive days that Justice James Omotosho fixed days for Nnamdi Kanu, the dates that they are going to finalize everything and pass judgment. So on Friday, the Barrister Maxwell made us to understand that Nnamdi Kanu has already filed the written address and a motion to discharge his case. So, and he was reporting again that the DSS said they should not come again because they are no longer loyal to Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, that does not exist anywhere. These people remain Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. They have other 3 cases about this case at the Supreme Court and the Federal High Court that Nnamdi Kanu has filed that they are attending to him. So, from what he said, you understand that what the DSS have in mind is that they want to frustrate more about the court proceedings of Nnamdi Kanu. I know this is their target, but however, I will continue to say this. If Justice James Omotosho like, or anybody, if you like, General Nnamdi Kanu, if you like, say you sentence him to death, the man will still be released. Anything you want to do, the man will still be released. So at this point, we are not even thinking about what will the court say. What the court will say at this moment, I don't think it matters because the court have been saying so many things before. The federal government did not obey it. Do you understand my concept? If we have 3 subsisting federal high court judgment, what will the one Justice James will pronounce? Will they change anything? Why can't the federal government first of all go and obey the other 3 court judgment? Why are they choosing the ones to obey? This is the truth that a lot of people don't want to talk about. This is the truth a lot of people don't want to believe in. You have 3 subsisting court judgments. Then the federal government is now choosing the one they want to obey. So at this point, let the court do what they want to do. Let them do their worst. The man will still be released. The man will still be released. Matter of time. After all, he has been there for almost 5 years. What sort of rubbish is all these things? This is rubbish. So a lot of people who are hoping to hear what Justice James Omotosho will say, let me tell you, let me shock you. You see DSS. DSS need like revolution to live in Nnamdi Kanu. You know why? If Justice James Omotosho asks Nnamdi Kanu to go home, DSS will not allow him to go. Mark this thing I'm telling you down. And that is where they will meet what they did not expect, like protest. You understand? Because in the situation where there are court judgments you refuse to obey, do you think that these people are ready to obey Justice James Omotosho? And if Justice James Omotosho give a contrary judgment, like he said that Nnamdi Kanu should be detained, blah, 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 blah. But he said he should be sentenced. It's not even important again because we have already other 3 court judgments who said he should go home. They did not obey it. So one judgment cannot override 3 judgments. This is the situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, where politicians choose what to obey and what not to obey. The government choose what to obey and what not to obey. What APC government have brought to Nigeria is something that people can't explain. Not now, not generations to come. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But the truth of the matter is what I'm saying. The case will continue. They have already started it. Nnamdi Kanu have filed motion to discharge the case. Yeah, he has done his written address as directed by the judge. Let's wait what the judge is going to do. Everybody is aware of the truth. This man is supposed not to be facing this trial. That is the reality here. That is what we are talking about here. He is not supposed to be facing the trial. So he is facing the trial today is illegal. That is the point. That is the point. Anyway, let's see what unfolds.
In all these circumstances, has Nnamdi Kanu done anything that is almost 1% of what is going on in the rest of the country? Apart from occasional stops and gyration. Tell me what is happening in the Southeast. In fact, the Southeast might be the most peaceful place. Apart from this occasional stops of people kidnapping one thing or the other. And they do it as a result of, protest on Nnamdi Kanu. There's a pretext to commit crime because Nnamdi Kanu is held. If this was a fairly intelligent government, if they release Nnamdi Kanu today, there will be 95% peace in the Southeast. And that will affect the rest of the country. Of all these governors, only Soludo of Anambra said had gone to DSS once to see him, if I'm not wrong, about a year or 2 years ago. He's gone there to see him, And after that, maybe his colleagues advised him not to get involved. Why are they afraid? The young man is very popular in the Southeast. Let me not extend it to the rest of the country. If Nnamdi Kanu comes out today, Igbos will do 90% of what he tells them to do, to the interest, not just in Igbo interest, but the Nigerian interest. Because what has he spoken about in the past? Mistreatment of his people. And if that continues and the rest of the country don't want the Igbo, then let them allow them go. This is the summary of what he's saying. You can't be shorter than me and be taller than me at the same time. This is the summary of Nnamdi Kanu's theory. So he didn't start today. Hazurike has done the same thing. There's so many other people. It was the concept of Odumegwu Ojukwu himself. If you don't want your people, then let them go. And as you know, when people talk of let them go, it appears if we are packing our luggage and going. Look at the contiguity. Look at Nsukka and Benue. There's no place anybody is going. It's the same country. The same marketing, the same. So much of intermarriages has taken place. All we're saying that there is no governance. The summary is that there is no governance. That's what is causing all the problem. The problem of corruption has become both phenotypically and genotypically specific. That's nothing. It's a genetic problem now, and it is that crisis that government is not even ashamed that they said 139 million Nigerians very poor in a country of plenty. And my president John case to Paris, from there to what is it called, to Dubai. I have never seen a group of people that are shameless.
In a country, 774 local governments, I challenge them. Let them tell you where water is running. Where? Water. So people are dying because of waterborne diseases, and they don't care. And it's even more, you see, like I was saying before we started this, if these governors were sons of Ahmadu Bello, or Emma Baro, or Azikiwe, or Awolowo, they will say, oh, they had determined their future. They are coming from a position, a background of wealth. But tell me which of these governors not coming from a very poor environment? Most of them, their parents have never been heard of. Most of them, when you hear the history of how they managed to go to secondary school, and finally God bless them, they become governors. So what they are paying back to society is stealing of money. I was telling somebody this morning who confronted me, Dan, what do we do? What do we do? Lead a democratic revolution. I said, I don't have the resources. I can't. I've been in PDP, not even director, because I won't comply with what they said. Yesterday we had a National Reconciliation Committee meeting. Out of 25 members, only 8 were there. So it means that part of those who have joined APC, majority are coming out from PDP. So going to APC, what is the fundamental reason why you go to? It's because if you're moving from A to B, B must be better than A. So what has APC done that should be exciting to anybody to want to leave PDP? Because PDP has a track record under Obasanjo. There was debt relief that saved millions of lives in this country. Since then, what has happened? 8 years of Muhammad Buhari was a disaster in this country. I said it on this channel and other channels, even when he was in government. It was a disaster. There was no governance. And this president, when he was campaigning, said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped. He's now seen the true nature of where Buhari stopped. How beautiful where Buhari stopped is for the rest of the country. Isn't that a tragedy? In 21st century Nigeria, with everything God has given us, we don't know where we are beginning and where. If you don't know where you're starting, how do you know where you're going? And we take it as a matter of routine. Nothing is going. It's in our case, they say, let's leave it for God. So we are the only people God created. If we decide to be foolish, then He will be foolish with us. That is still a battle of the continuation of the Nigerian Civil War. The war has not ended. I think it was on China's TV. I had an interview. Like I said, the day Nnamdi Kanu is released is the end of the Nigerian Civil War. And that will be the day the Southeast starts being integrated into the rest of the country. Look at insecurity everywhere. So is this government enjoying insecurity? That their citizens are being killed? Like you were saying something earlier on. Why are our governors in the South not interested? Because the boy will overwhelm everybody. It will be an Ekpa. The people worship the name Nnamdi Kanu in the Southeast because he represents the summary of their struggle from before the Civil War, and thereafter. That's how they look at him. I have stopped going to court because each time I come to court to join him, both of us start crying, and I feel very emotional about it. He's a very brilliant young man that this government is wasting. Would have been a benefit for the rest of us in this country, but this is where we are. This is where we are.